What's up, guys? Sitting here outside of Walmart. I don't know if you can see, it's a little bit of a rainy day, but I'm going to do a grocery haul and you'll be able to see what I typically get when I go shopping. Okay, so starting off, we're going to get some avocados. Avocados are a really good source of protein. Avocados are a really good source of fat. And very fortunately, here in the US, they're really well priced. Thailand, you won't believe how much you pay for avocado in Thailand, but like, this is quite a big part of my diet. I get most of my fats from avocado or nut butter. We'll get onto that. Next up, we got some strawberries. These are actually really good macros. I like to put these in my smoothies and my shakes. One of my absolutely favorite fruits. I consider this like the bodybuilder's fruit. Banana, pre-workout, post-workout. I'm definitely getting these. I go through quite a few bananas. I'm gonna grab a nice big bunch. I don't wanna get something that's too ripe. I don't wanna get something that's underripe. So that's just about right to me. Or just about ripe to me, whatever you want to say. All right, guys, if you're tired of boring chicken and rice, switch up your carb source for some potatoes. I like sweet potatoes. This is a phenomenal carb source. And I think the hesitance for a lot of people is the complexity in terms of cooking. Like, you don't have to boil this in a pot. Sorry, you don't have to just boil this in a pot of water. You can microwave it, punch some holes with a fork, you can microwave it. You can even put these in a rice cooker. More little potatoes are an absolute time saver. This is a big hack, right? Bowl, a little bit of water. Just punch 1 or 2 holes in this with a knife or a fork, cover that with a lid. 12 minutes, you're done. Every time I walk, it's very difficult for me because we've got like the fruit and the vegetable, and then we have like the cookie. So I have to walk past this after I get my potatoes. And I don't know what you Americans put in your biscuits, your cookies. I'm sure this is laced with something, but these are somewhat addictive. When I was on my bulk, I was slamming these after every leg day. I'd be able to put down an entire box. But not anymore because I'm on a cut, but very tempting. I'm just gonna pass on these. I consider this quite a bit of a luxury item, but pre-cut vegetables, cut the corn off, throw it in the microwave, steam it in a couple of minutes. Huge time saver, but obviously if you're having that for every single meal, it can get a little bit pricey. And we got our broccoli, we got broccoli slaw over here, we got some beans, asparagus even. Yeah, just it's a time saver. Otherwise, you can get frozen or fresh. One of the few like pre-chopped things that I like to get is onion, because I honestly can't help myself from crying. I did a video where people said through a few techniques or a few tips on how to prevent tearing, but yeah, I just go with the sliced stuff. Time saving and tear saving. Me? Sorry, the onion accidentally fell out of the trolley, so we just made a little bit of a mess here. Sorry, man. Talking about tearing out, my eyes are burning here from it. Can I help you with that? You sure? Sorry, man. That was entirely my bad. It fell through a little slot here, not even little. I was worried about the berries falling through and then the onion fell through. So I'm still gonna buy this, but I'm missing like a third. I'm not even gonna put it there anymore. Let's just put all the shit down here. Yeah, so earlier we were talking about the fresh pre-cut broccoli, and that was about $3. Here we have the frozen one, approximately the same size for $1.16, so it's about a third of the price. So this depends. Do you want fresh? Do you want frozen? Still a time saving, if anything. So really what blows my mind, and I did a video about this previously, but here we have the frozen vegetables, and directly opposite we have all these sweets and chocolates. So I don't know if that is intentional. I want to distract you, sway you, be like, or I mean, they could have put dog food here, and then it's just like, oh, okay, it's an easy choice. Let me just get some vegetables. Oh, I'm not gonna eat dog food, but I might need dog food if I have a pet. But yeah, it's like, oh shit, do I want the fucking corn, or do I want the Twizzlers? It's like, all right, guys. In terms of protein sources, one of my previous coaches, he was from the US, and he kept telling me about tilapia. I had so much tilapia in my diet, but it was very difficult for me to get my hands on tilapia, and I understand why he recommended that was on the meal plan, because it's so accessible here in the US. But I consider this like the chicken of fish. because it doesn't have that very fishy taste, and that's why I enjoy tilapia. But tilapia, great source of protein. So in terms of beef, what I like to do, I like to go with like the cube beef options here. One, because it's a time saving. Yes, it does cost a little bit more, but this is easy. Throw it in, give it a flip, and it's good to go. You don't have to sit and supervise it the same way you have to with, example, your ground beef. The ground beef just takes a little bit longer to prepare because you're sitting there, you're breaking it up, you're constantly turning it, so you have to actually be manning it very hands-on to the preparation process. But if you are buying, usually what I look for is something with less fat. So this is typically what I look for, is you want to go with a lower, so this is 93% lean, so it's only got 7% fat. So you can see just by looking at this, it looks a lot leaner than some of the other ones. Like look at this, for example. Okay, I mean that's just a 90% lean, but you can really see the difference in color and the difference in terms of the amount of fat that's in there. All right, so here we are on the chicken side. Here we got some nice big breasts. I don't like the bigger breasts because they tend to be a little bit dry. So I'll typically buy, like, these are little tenderloins. So the tenderloins are the offcuts from just the side of the breast. And these are generally a lot more juicy, succulent, a little bit more moist, whatever term or whatever your preference. But yeah, they cook a little bit quicker, and they're just a little bit more tasty in my opinion. If you're on a bulk, you can go with the chicken thigh. You can see obviously there's a lot more fat in this, so your calories are going to be a lot more dense when it comes to the chicken thigh. But these are so fucking tasty. I don't know why I switched to a British accent there, but these are fucking tasty as hell. Next up we have sauces. There are so many different options being here in the US that are sugar-free. So just add this to your meal. You're gonna add just a tablespoon of this. Look at 1 tablespoon, 5 calories. This is something that I've been enjoying lately. These are the carb balance tortillas or wraps. I mean, if you look at the calories per wrap, and these are the large ones because you get the smaller ones as well. It's 110 calories per wrap. What I like to do is just take my sweet potato and my ground beef, and I'll even just throw it on the wrap and just chomp down on my own homemade style burrito. Next up, we have a bodybuilder staple, rice. Now, I have consumed enough rice in my life to be in a position to tell you which is good. So by choice, by preference, I like to go with a longer grain. You can do the basmati or even a jasmine. There's the jasmine over here. So these rices, in my opinion, are much better than your other white rice. It's just fragrant, the texture's great, and it tastes amazing. Now we're talking. Super moist. All right, so I'm white, but I'm not that white. That brings us to the spice aisle. And I'm gonna show you guys some of the fundamental spices that I think you should have in your spice drawer in order to season your food. So we have garlic powder, onion powder, you can have some chili powder, some cayenne pepper, paprika, some raw cinnamon, and just use those and season your food, make it taste great. As you guys know, I'm not from America, but it really is quite wild for me, the size of these things. Everything. It really is quite wild for me, the size of these things. Okay, everything comes in a family size or a giant size. I couldn't get it. It's quite stuck in there. Fucking, I can't get it back. That's me.
Yeah, I've always been interested in like gym stuff, so.
Oh, yeah.
Looking at this is gonna be more insightful.
Yeah. Just doing a quick grocery haul, so showing people typically what I purchase. You know, doing a grocery haul at Walmart. Yeah, that, and then we do like very basic fitness tips, meal prep hacks, recipes. There's some memes and just overall fitness.
Yeah, that sounds awesome. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna look at that.
Appreciate it, man. Thank you so much. Good. Mediterranean yogurt. Because I called it Greek yogurt. And I mean, the only reason for that is because it actually, most of them, yeah, look, Greek strained yogurt. They state Greek yogurt. And there was a lot of controversy around whose yogurt it is. So I just refer to it now as Mediterranean yogurt. I stay neutral in this, yogurt neutral, but fantastic. There's a recipe that I made. I didn't create the recipe, but I did do a video about it. It's called Broget. And you can just take whey protein and some zero fat. Obviously, if you want more fat, more fat means more calories. So you go to 2%, you go to 5%, but I like to go with the zero fat. And you can just mix it in with your whey protein. It tastes absolutely phenomenal, and it's really, really high protein. All right, guys, that's the video. Thanks for watching. Thanks for sticking around. I hope you learned something. I'll catch you in the next one.